What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to CPI. Inflation sparks a huge rally in the stock market with the Dow up over 1,400 points from today's low, huh? What does it all mean? Where are we going from here with respect to EIDL in our next video? And what am I buying? 6 stocks, in fact, that you could actually make a fortune between now and end of the year. So, ladies and gentlemen, pull up a chair. Grab a cup of coffee, ice cold beer, glass of wine, whiskey, and a big rock, bottle of champagne. Here we go. Yes, someday I will stop saying that. And by the way, I'm kind of tired today, but hey, it's all going down on Sunday night. My Cowboys are rolling into Philly. And as Jason Peters, former Hall of Fame All-Pro tackle from the Philadelphia Eagles, said in an interview, and by the way, he's playing on Sunday night, 8:30 game. It's going to be a nasty crowd. They're going to be throwing shit at him. And this guy was there for more than 10 years. So, ladies and gentlemen, if there are any Cowboy fans out there, pipe down in the comments. How you feeling about it? Dak is not playing. I can see why. Personally, I think it's because they don't want to put a loss on his back. But Cooper Rush has been amazing. The Eagles are playing way over their skis, and I can't wait for all you Fly Eagle Fly fans. I can't wait for Lame Johnson, that's L-A-M-E Johnson, to get fucking steamrolled by Micah Parsons at least 2 or 3 times as the Cowboys run away 31-17 in the final. But you let me know what you think in the comments below. But ladies and gentlemen, you might be sitting there thinking, what the hell is going on? I'll pin an article in the top comment. Inflation increased 0.4% in September, more than expected despite rate hikes. We were down big at the open, but what was I saying all morning long? In fact, I put 6 stocks that you needed to buy at 8:30, actually 9:30 East Coast time, but I think I put it out at 8:30 because the prices pre-market were so low because this was it. I am convinced, and yeah, I was a week and a half, 2 weeks early, that this is it. We are way oversold on MACD, RSI, stochastics, advanced decline, and about 25 other indicators, more oversold than the March 2009 and 2020 low in many, many cases. So when we got down 1,400 points lower, to use the Dow as an example, I said, load the boat. Load the boat. What did I tell you to buy? What did I tell you to buy? I told you to buy ARC at 34. Where is it now? 36 and a quarter. I said buy B-Big at 91. Where is it now? 96. I said buy DraftKings at $12.65. Where is it now? 13 and a quarter. I said buy Shopify at 25 and a quarter. Where is it now? 26. The point is this: whatever losses that we had in those stocks and a few others coming into the day, more than half of them have been wiped away. And if this is day one of a multi-month rally that I think we're about to see as we head into the finish of a midterm election year, then there's a tremendous amount of money to be made. Ladies and gentlemen, just think of it this way. If we can go up 1,400 points to the Dow in an hour, what's going to happen if Putin says, you know, I've had about enough of the slaughter in Ukraine. We're pulling back. We're going to go up 2,000 points like that, probably in less than an hour. So you need to stop listening to the doom and gloomers that are going viral. I mean, just pull up your YouTube, right? End of the world as we know it. Loaf of bread's going to be $85 a loaf. Your house is going to be cut in half. There's going to be no such thing as Social Security by 2030. And don't forget your prepper meals. I understand they stay fresh for 25 years. On and on it goes. The Matrix, the hidden hand, promotes that kind of shit. And they shadow ban a guy right here on Twitter who's up 1,500%. You could be as well. That's 1500 since March of this year. So look, here's the deal. The worst is over. The Fed, and here's what's most important about the news today. Wage inflation once again was down 1/10. We were up a little on core CPI. We were up a little on X food and energy, but wage inflation, which has been holding CPI up for the last several months, is coming down. And this is a backward looking number. The number that came out today is 30 days old. I'm telling you guys right now, when Janet Yellen, and listen to me in case you can't hear me, Janet Yellen came out last night after the close. The same woman 24 hours ago, actually 48 hours ago, that says, I see nothing wrong with the economy. Everything looks fine. Well, she came out last night because she got wind of this number being a little too strong and said she's concerned about illiquidity or lack of liquidity in the bond market. And that's what fucked up the UK, where the Bank of England had to step in the last 2 weeks and basically bail the pension funds out. So she went from everything's fine to I'm awfully concerned about the bond market. I was tweeting, and you need to follow me at Twitter on Try Small Biz. And if you don't care about making money, or you don't need my help growing your business at trysmallbiz.com, get a premium membership. We only have 91 remaining. Then you're on the wrong fucking channel. Because I need to explain to you guys and get it through your thick effing skull that when things like this happen, there are opportunities to make a bloody fortune, and you need to learn to set politics aside. I'm an independent. I've roasted both sides. The Democrats are bought and paid for by the unions and the teachers. The Republicans are bought and paid for by big business. Neither one of them, as far as I'm concerned, care much about you and me, the small business owner, the restaurateurs. They'll talk a good game, but they can't even pass a $6 billion fucking bill known as the Hard Hit Small Biz Relief Act that I covered in the last video. And in my next one, I'm going to say, you know what? You need to stop accrual of interest, and we need to defer these loans for another year. But the truth is, none of these politicians, no matter where they're from or who they represent, care much about you and I, which is why we are relentlessly pounding away on Twitter at Try Small Biz and behind the scenes, in addition to sharing perspective on the economy, the market, the business world, and whatever it takes to make money. And in case you didn't hear me, on Try Small Biz at Twitter, 1,500% gains. I believe it's 59-5. What is that? Close to a 90% win rate in the worst stock market since 1970 under Beer Nuts Biden. The skimmer of 10%, the sniffer of young children's hair, the mortal enemy to a bad dude named Corn Pop. Yes, we're absolutely killing it. And we also have a sense of humor. So if you haven't pulled up a chair, why don't you do so now? What do I buy? What I shared on Twitter and what I just mentioned. Shopify, DraftKings, BBIG, CEI, which is a massively beaten down oil stock that has been crucified from 4 to currently 17 cents. I was buying it this morning at 0.1645, telling you to do the same, and there's no excuse. By the way, I also told you to get out of CRKN this morning when it popped up for some strange reason at 36.5 cents. And it danced around as high as 40. We're probably only going to get a couple thousand people that watch this video. But the ones who do are the ones that are going to make a fortune with me for the next 5, 10, 20 years. You should have gotten out of that fucking stock, because where is it now? 0.298. For some reason, and it's probably to goose it up so they could get somebody out of a big block of stock, they ran it up on no news. And in this market, as I've been saying now for months, make it, take it. When you have a stock, I don't give a shit what it is, that's up 50, 60, 30, 100% overnight, and there's no logical reason for it. It gets extended from home base. There's going to be a reversion to the mean. It's going to come crashing down. So when you get it, you make it, you take it. And yeah, in the same vein, you buy the dip, you sell the rip. So here's the moral of the story before I let you go. The Dallas Cowboys are going to whoop some ass on Sunday night, 31-17. Let me know what you think. Yeah, you Eagle fans too. I can't stand. There's only one team in the NFL I can't stand. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. There's nobody else that even comes close. And part of me wants to take this right up to the fucking Philly, get in my truck right now, or get a ticket, which is probably going to cost me a couple $1,000s at such late notice, so I can go mix it up in the crowd. I'm not one that likes to throw down, but part of me wants to, because I know the scene is going to be completely out of control. But getting back on track, the stock market bottomed today. That said, we're going to back and fill. We're going to retest. The VIX is still elevated. That's the fear index, VIX. It's at 32.5. Until that breaks its uptrend line, at 27, the bear market's not over. But if we crash down through 27 and the rally continues to build higher lows, then it's over. And I'm telling you right now, part of the reason why that the market is up, in my opinion, is not just the behind-the-scenes whispering with Jerome Powell and the not-so behind-the-scenes comment from Janet Yellen last night about her concern about the bond market. I think when that number came out, The investment community said, that's it. The Democrats are toast. They've got nothing now. The mail-ins have already started. This was their last chance to put an end to the CPI, which is out of control, and it was worse than expected by a long shot. The stock market loves gridlock. It doesn't give a fuck what you and I feel or care about. It loves gridlock. So Jim Jordan is going to be roasting the big guy and his crackhead, or supposedly recovering crackhead son that may or may not go to jail. Probably not. And then he's going to probably be stonewalled in the Senate. Although, if you'd asked me a week ago, I said the Democrats would hold the Senate. Now I'm thinking 52-48 GOP. That is complete gridlock. Biden is officially, in addition to having a proclivity to sniffing young children's hair, and by the way, he's got hairy legs in case you haven't heard, he's officially a lame duck at that point, which means we'll have nothing to worry about in terms of outrageous spending that is going to drive inflation any further through the roof. So that means we are much higher by the end of this year heading into next. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, always remember that I love you. I hope I got a chuckle out of one or two of you. And get a premium membership right now at trysmallbiz.com.